Hello, welcome to Todd Miller TV, joined here today with Oana, and the question of the day are what are the three things that will cause your house not to sell? Okay, so I want you to tell me three things that'll make a house not be listed, never sell.
Well, the number one thing is price, because that's the first thing that people look at. Is this house in my price range? Does it have the appropriate amenities, bedroom square footage, whatever it is, for the price? What's the value like? So the number one thing is price and value. Number two, it's marketing. Now, marketing covers a lot of different things, both exposure of the house and how you are marketing your house once somebody enters your house. Is your house cluttered, or is your house free of clutter, easy to walk around, easy for people to see? Okay. And number three, the third reason why houses don't sell is access. How easy is it for people to come see your house? Is your house on an electronic lockbox and agents just have to call, say, hey, I'm coming over? They can come over with little notice and show the property? Or do they have to make an appointment a day or two in advance? Is it only when you're there between 5 and 6 in the evening? The more access you give people, the easier it is for people to see your house, the more people will come through the house, and the more likely it is that it's going to sell. Okay, so on that note, do you think that there are some people who are getting in their own way with regards to, saying, I only want, I don't want people in my house, I don't know who they are, so I only want showings when I'm home. And their thing is, they believe in their head that real estate agents only show houses on Saturday and Sunday, which is this ridiculous myth. So they'll say, well, look, I'm home all day Saturday, Sunday, which is when all the agents are going to come by. But in the truth, there's people that want to see the house during the week. Maybe they're only available during the week or only in town during the week to see their house. They don't get to see the house, so they don't make any offers on it. And one of those people might have ended up being somebody who offered the most money. So you think there are people who lose out on the most money for their house because they're not actually making it available for everybody? Absolutely. Keep in mind, they're not just looking at your house. If your house is the only one they're going to consider and you're only available on the weekend, that's great. But they're looking at other homes. Okay. So if they're looking at homes on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, they're going to make an offer on one of those homes, because if they don't, if they wait to see your home until Saturday, those Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday homes are going to be gone, and they no longer have those choices. So you have to be able to show your property when buyers are available and when buyers are looking. Buyers don't necessarily work 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. So you have to be accommodating. Remember, you're the one who has something that you want. You want your home sold. So make it easy for people to see the house. The other thing is, if at all possible, please don't be there. They're not comfortable walking around with you in your home. They want to be able to look at the closet, look at the space in the kitchen cabinets, and they're not going to open the cabinets. They're not going to look in the closet if you're following them around. So one thing I have noticed is that when you're not there, they stop and talk openly about things that they wouldn't do when you're there, because they don't want to give up their bargaining position. Right. And the more time they spend in the house, the more comfortable they get with it. Because it's strange when you first walk into somebody else's house. But once you're in it for a little while, you start to picture yourself living there. And if you're there, they're just going to walk through really fast and leave. Exactly. And I'd be interesting to see if there's any statistic for how much time people spend in a vacant house without the owner versus the owner. And yeah, I think that's a perfect point. So of those three, which one do you think is by far the most important? The most important one is the price. And what percentage would you say is that? If you get the price right, then this percent of the time you're going to sell the house? If you get the price right, then you're going to sell the house more times than with anything else. Now, the issue is, remember, price is what gets people in the door. Right. But if people can't get in the door because they don't have access, then even though you might be well priced, it's still going to take you longer to sell the house because people can't get in the door. What about people that come to Vegas from other markets where California is notorious for this. Everyone overprices their home because that's how they do it out there. So everything sits on the market forever because they're hoping somebody will overpay for the house, right? And then after price reductions, they get it. So that causes people to want to lowball, and it screws up people's brain on price. I mean,
pricing is always very, it's cultural, not just foreign cultures, but within the U.S. and what markets that you have lived in and stuff. Tell them about Vegas and how we tend to do pricing here.
So what happens in Vegas, if a house doesn't sell in the first 30 days, there's something wrong with it. So what might be wrong is that it was priced high, but even if you reduce the price after 30 days, people are not looking at it that way. They're looking at it saying there's something wrong with the house.
Okay. If you have 3 solds in the neighborhood for $100,000, do you list a house for $110,000?
No, that doesn't make sense for a lot of reasons. One, because you're not going to get looked at. Two, most homes are still getting financed, which means that the house won't appraise for more than $100,000, and certainly not for 10% more.
Right.
So at that point, you're wasting your time and everyone else's time. They're not going to look at your house, and they're not going to be able to buy it for something that it won't appraise for.
Okay, good. All right. So I thought I would share that with you. One has sold over 1,000 houses. She knows how to price houses, and so she has awesome advice for everybody. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. So that's my update for today, and hope to see you on another video. Thanks.